What do you value in life? And does it get the appropriate amount of time that it needs every single week? Maybe, maybe not. But today I want to talk about how to not stop short of making time for what matters most to you. Hey there, friends. Thomas Joyner with Business on Purpose here. Thanks for stopping in and listening just for a few minutes. And, it's so easy as a business owner just to have blinders on and be the one that sacrifices every single day just to make sure that nothing falls through the cracks. Just to keep your head down and grind until you succeed. But what gets sacrificed in the moment? Or maybe in the accumulation of those moments? And what gets lost if it takes longer than you'd planned to arrive? Well, many times it's your mental health, which we're seeing time and again is a much larger deal than we've ever realized before, right? We say, well, it'll be tough or a little bit, but we'll get back on top sooner rather than later. Other times it's your marriage and your family. Other times it's just joy and fulfillment in life. So if you're honest, which of those things, when you go head down and you just grind out those 50, those 60, the 70-hour weeks, what really gets lost in the shuffle? And now let's take it a step further. Let's play this out 20, 30 years. Is success in your business worth that trade-off? If you were to look back on your life and see it all in hindsight, is that trade-off worth it? Or is it worth digging in and finding a different way to do things? We hear excuses like this all the time. Thomas, this is the only way I know how to do it. Well, that's great. You shouldn't know any other way to know how to do it. Let's start asking different questions. Let's ask around and find if there's a different way to do it, a different way to run your business. Or maybe it's this, Thomas, you just don't understand. If I hire someone else to manage those things or fill that job role, then I'll have to raise my prices to cover it, or I'll have to do more in sales, or I won't make as much money. Okay, well then you've lifted into that position of what truly matters most is the almighty dollar, the take-home paycheck. And is that really worth it when you look back 20 years from now? So if you need to stop this recording real quick, right after I ask this next question, do it. It's that important. You may need 5 to 10 minutes just to be honest with yourself and just cut it back on afterwards and finish the last few minutes. So listen to this. What matters most when it comes to how you spend your time? What matters most to you and what matters most in general when it comes to how you spend your time? It's why we spend so much time crafting a vision story so we can know exactly what we value. It's writing things down like, what time do I want to leave every day and get there in the morning? Because we know that if we leave it to chance, we're going to work way longer hours than we should. And the things that matter will just get pushed back and back and back and pushed aside. Maybe it's writing things down like, what are the trips that we want to take? And how often should we take our spouse on a date? And it's making sure the main thing stays the main thing. Now, I know it's not realistic to say you want to go home at 1 o'clock or 2 p.m. every single day and think that your business is going to thrive, right? That may just not happen. But I also know that if you don't paint a realistic picture of what your week looks like, with boundaries around it to keep from getting carried away, then you don't stand a chance at actually hitting your target and being the husband, the father, the person that you really want to be. Because 9 out of 10 times, right, there's always another task you could do, another sales call you could make, and another number you could double check, and on and on and on it goes. There's always more you could do. And here's where it starts getting serious. It's if you realize that your business is keeping you from what matters most, it's not worth it. Nothing's worth sacrificing your mental health, your family, and your joy in life. Nothing. So find a way to do it different. We believe here at BOP that our roadmap liberates business owners out of chaos and frees you up and frees your time up for what matters most. We've literally walked hundreds of business owners through it and gotten them back engaged where they truly need to be engaged. Last thing, and I hear this regularly from clients. Business is doing great, our numbers are up, the staff is tracking with what we're asking them to do, and we're just doing awesome. And I really love hearing that from people. But I go back to those personal pieces, right? Those questions about freedom and the parameters on their vision story, and start asking about other things. Hey, when was the last time you went on a date with your spouse? With no kids? Well, probably months ago. Okay, let's try another. You said you wanted to take your son out for breakfast one Saturday a month. Have you done it? No, not yet. We were going to do it 2 weeks ago and it just didn't happen. Okay, well, how about that weekend camping trip in the fall that you thought might just bring the family back together and have some shared experience and inject some life back into your family? No, and no, and no, and no. We got to press the pause button, make sure that our business isn't thriving at the expense of what matters most. We have to make for darn sure that we're stopping short of making time of what we, and by we, I mean you, believe matters most. So that 20 years from now, we can look back and be proud of the things that we made time for, the people we made time for, and the experiences we made time for. You know, we at POP, we believe that that's truly our work worth doing every single day, is coming alongside business owners and helping them make time for what matters most. So if you struggle with that, let's take an inventory of your business right now and if it needs help. Would you take our Healthy Business Owner Assessment? Right here's the link. Go to myboproadmap.com/healthy. It'll take you 6-7 minutes and you'll see how your business is set up on the things that we believe will liberate you from chaos. And then, hey, let's just have a conversation about how to find you more time for what matters most. It matters, it's life-giving, and it will help you for years and years and years and years. Thanks so much. Take care.